Welcome to the Modern Middle East. In this course, we will review the overall history of the Middle East. We will briefly cover the history from the very beginning up to the time of the great gunpowder empires, particularly the Ottoman Empire. We will cover in somewhat greater depth the history from the highlight of the gunpowder empire, the Ottomans and the Safavids in Persia, up to around the time of Napoleon, and in even greater depth, the time from Napoleon, Mehmed Ali, and the Ottoman reforms in the 19th century up to the present day. The second unit will be a history of the Arab-Israeli or the Israeli-Palestinian crisis. We will do our document papers based on the document reader that I've asked you to purchase. And we will cover this material again in somewhat greater depth than our main textbook does. I have found that it is easier to organize the course in such a way that we read the Goldschmidt book, the Goldschmidt-Davidson reader, all in one piece, and then go back and read the Dowdy and the Rabinovich-Reinhardt's book. Finally, we will have a unit on minorities in the Islamic world. Anybody who's been paying attention to the news has been able to see that in the past couple of months, Christians are under attack. Chaldean Christians in Baghdad, I believe there are Syrian Christians in the north of Iraq, and Copts in Egypt. In addition, the Kurds and some of the other ethnic minorities are increasingly in the news, it seems to me. A year or so ago, I had to make a certain amount of justification to my students to be able to use this book and to talk about this material. This year, unfortunately, given the attacks on non-Muslims inside the region, that's much less obvious. There's no need for justification. The final section of the course will be a symposium based on your papers. In the online course, this means you will post term projects into the course. Your colleagues and classmates will read them. Your classmates will have comments and questions which they will post to the course, and you will respond to them, thus simulating somewhat of the circumstances within the traditional campus classroom. I am looking forward to the next 15 weeks of interacting with you about issues in the modern Middle East. Thank you, and enjoy the course.